I've done, and regret is just a memory written on my brow, and there's nothing I can do about it now.
I don't know if you've turned the TV on, subs on, case in the last year. All I see is my buddy out here making moves, killing the game, charismatic.
Thank you.
He's got a gift for this. Damien Harris, my friend. How the hell are you, brother?
Thank you. I'm a hell of a lot better now that I'm sitting in front of you. I mean, listen, I got on here saying all hell Mitch for a reason. People love you for a reason. People appreciate and respect you for a reason. Man, I'm honored to be here.
Well, I see, that's why I bring my friends on. They say nice.
So, did I do that right? Did I do that right? All right, can I be myself now, Mitch?
I'll slip that fiver to you now. Yeah, we'll slip that fiver to you, buddy. Hey, dude, it seems like you're on a sprint. 24/7. I know the football season is definitely a bit spicier than maybe the off season.
Yeah.
Does it still fill your cup up? Do you still feel invigorated by it? Because it seems like you do.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it to death. I think I've got the best job in the world. You know, when I played, I thought it was the best job in the world, but now having the opportunity, not just the opportunity to still be around the game and to love it and appreciate it and cherish it the same, but now I've got a platform. You know, being a player, you do have a platform, but a lot of times you don't necessarily use it all the time because you're so focused on the game. You're so focused on your preparation, your performance. Now I get to sit and watch what happens. I get to analyze things during the week, whether it's, you know, if it's college, it's NIL moves, it's portal moves, et cetera. I get to watch and scan all that. And then I have a platform, not just playing, but I can sit up and speak on it and tell the truth and how I feel about it. And I don't know, man. I feel like whenever you have a platform and you intend to use it for good, and especially when you do that for work, I mean, it's a match made in heaven.
How's the, because I know you got two now. Is there only got one
202. So I've got one that'll be 2 months next month. It'll be two next month.
You're in the shit now,
and
buddy.
then I've got somebody who just turned 5 months old yesterday. And I do have to say, this right here, it's a lovely piece right here, but it belongs to my son. So Golden, I'm wearing your watch right now, just so you know, whenever we look back in the capsule.
Dude, you know what's crazy was we were talking about this when we were teammates, because you had just started getting into watches and you were talking about getting, you know, because it is. And then if you think about it as an investment, and there's something too, when you're like, I'm going to make this for the young man. Are you still in the watch game?
Oh, I'm knee deep in it. You know how everybody's deep in gambling right now, FanDuel, Sportsbook? I'm like that with watches.
Have you gone to the Breitling store yet? Straight up the street?
I haven't, because here's the thing. I'm away from my wife, and when I am, then I make dumb decisions when it comes to buying watches, okay? All the other decisions are great, but when it comes to buying watches, I make dumb decisions. So it's best to not even put myself in that type of circumstance, you know? Then I don't have to call her and explain it, you know? But.
So, dude, like, I really think you got a gift at this. It's really fun to see you do your thing. And I'm sure you could be like, being a player, having that experience, also accruing knowledge from the game, players, all this stuff's great. What do you think's the one thing you took from your playing career and you're able to implement it into kind of being a profound broadcaster?
You know, I'm going to give you an unorthodox answer, because I think what helped me the most in my, you know, new career is when I was a player, I had so much respect for the people on the other side of the microphone and the camera. I was so respectful, and not in a way of like I was trying to kiss anybody's ass or you know, suck up to nobody, but genuinely, you know, whenever guys would ask me tough questions, if I ever have a game where, you know, my third year in the league with the Patriots, I fumbled in the fourth quarter against the Dolphins, and it cost us the game. And then, you know, I walked in the press conference, and they asked me some tough-ass questions, some shit I didn't want to answer. But I respected every single question, because just as I'm standing up there after playing a game, trying to provide for my family and myself, like the people who are asking me those questions are doing the same things. So with having that level of respect through college, through the pros, I made relationships with people. And, you know, the Kirk Herbstreits of the world, the Chris Fowlers, like I had an opportunity to form those relationships. And so they would give me those guiding principles, or, you know, whether it was a tidbit here, or just encouragement of like, man, you could really do this when you get done playing. I think having those relationships and making those connections and showing them that respect, that not only did they see that I had the talent to do it, but they saw that I had the respect, the passion for the people in this space, and that I could fill this space as well. So honestly, just respect and relationships, man. I think it's pretty simple, but those two things go a very, very long way.
I mean, football's a people's business. broadcasting media space, I'm finding out, is definitely a people business. And you have a support system at home, lovely wife, 2 kiddos. That's great to have that. But I always felt like you need someone in your space who kind of knows the path you're walking to lead on, like the Herb Streets. Is there one person, you kind of mentioned those 2 guys, that you're able to lean on for not only information, but just like be candid, like, hey, I'm having a tough time with this. Give me some of that. Who's your mentor or the buddy you can kind of lean on in this space?
Well, honestly, Mitch, like I said, I made relationships with those guys, but I never really leaned on anybody for advice or confidence. It was more so, those guys just told me, you have a gift, pursue it. Don't waste it. If you get the opportunity, take it because you got a gift. But when it actually came to diving in, I just wanted to come in and be myself, because everywhere I've been in my life, I've made great relationships and people have liked me. And I'm not saying I do things for people to like me, but I feel like I just have a good personality. When I came to Buffalo, like, I loved you guys and I felt like you guys loved me too. Same in New England, same in Alabama, everywhere I've been, it's easy to make friends with me. And I don't know. I just think that being that way allowed me to just be myself, be confident in who I am. And when the cameras turn on, man, I just feel like Superman. I know I don't really have like a bunch of X's and O's answers, but whenever they cue us in 3, 2, 1, I just feel like it's time for me to be myself. Not it's time for me to give precise information or analyze or anything. It's time for me to be myself. And then, like you said, the fact that I played ball with some of the best players ever, Josh Allen, did a year with Tom, like some of the greatest coaches. So I know ball, like that's kind of second nature. But when I let my personality show and I'm just myself, I think that's when I do the best work.
Dude, you have a great personality. Letting your personality show kind of reminds me of a teammate that we shared the field with. Not at the same time together. But there's a few folks you run into that just kind of make an impact. You spent a lot of time with this guy.
I know where it's going.
Into one of my best, unapologetically himself, Mr. Misunderstood. McCorkle Jones.
McCorkle. I got so much love and appreciation in my heart for that kid because, like you said, he's unapologetically himself. He carries himself in a manner where it's like, yes, either you love it or you hate it. But again, it's original. It's him. He don't try to appease nobody. He doesn't try to walk in any locker room and win people over. He just does.
He just does.
Because it's like he's just, no disrespect, but like he's this preppy white kid from Jacksonville, right? But what does he play in the locker room? He's Kodak Bob, and he got the chains, he got the Cartier shades, he got the watch game, and it's like, it's a box of mystery with this kid, but as you get closer to him, as you peel the layers back, you can just tell how good of a guy he is, how hard he works, how much he wants to be great. He's a great teammate. He's a great friend off the field. You can't not love the guy.
You really can't. I was so stoked to see him kind of get the flowers he deserved this year stepped in. But it's a testament to how he does his business. I mean, this dude's in there 5 a.m. grinding, that big-ass giggle laugh he has with his mouth wide-ass.
Yeah, how much time have I spent with that guy?
A ton. That was so good. But you run into these folks that just feed life into you. And there are other, speaking on other teammates that you've had, who, if in your career, of course, on the field you make impacts, but who in your career made the most impact for you off the field?
Wow. I mean, definitely my relationship with Mac. I mean, because, Mitch, I'll tell you this. There was a time when Mac was a freshman at Alabama, and we were at a bar across from our favorite bar called Industry. I don't remember what the other bar's name was, but I'm standing by the pool table. I'm having a couple drinks. I was probably overserved because, it's college. And Mac runs up to me out of the middle of the night. And he grabs like, yo, these dudes are trying to beat my ass. Like, I need you to help me right now. Like, yo, they're trying to fuck me up. So I go look at these dudes. I'm like, yo, what's up? This is my homeboy. Like, what's the problem? Like, it's Mac Jones. And they're like, bro, we're just trying to play a game of pool. And he keeps moving the ball. Every time we shoot him, he's like, he'll just grab him and roll him all across the table. And so I look at Mac, and he just took on running to the other side of the bar. And I'm just like, so I've seen him go from that to what we just saw from him this past season. Stay in the course, work in the grind, showing people what it takes. If you just continue to work hard, you'll get your flowers and you'll get your opportunity. So I definitely think Mac played a humongous role, just watching him play out, our time spent together, our experiences together. Another guy that comes to mind, though, all-world special teamer Matthew Slater.
Oh, my
goodness. I'm going to tell y'all something. One time I didn't get into it with Bill. I had gotten in trouble in practice, and he called me into his office to talk. And he legitimate, he just looked at me and said, if you just tried to be more like Matthew Slater, everything else, you'll be just fine. And at first, you know, as a player, like when you get compared to somebody else, like you take it as offense, like, oh, I'm not doing well enough. And this was early on in my career. And then I started to connect myself to Slade. I started to tether myself to him. And the way that he works, the way that he speaks, the life, the wisdom, the scripture, if you're spiritual, which I happen to be, the scripture that he speaks into you, the role model that he is, the longevity that he had in the league, the excellence at what he did. And like I said, I just gravitated towards him and just, man, he made me a better man. Like I would tell my kids when they're old enough to understand, like, I might be a better father because of Matthew Slater. Like I can look at my wife and tell her, I know I'm a better husband because of Matthew Slater.
Yeah. Well, here's not a hot take for you. I think Matthew Slater might be one of the greatest special teams players of all time. In my opinion, should be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
One of those guys you run into and you wish you had as a teammate. Speaking of hot takes, we're going to let you go after you give us, is there a hill you will die on, a hot take in football? And I'll give you mine and maybe that can spark yours.
Okay.
How can you ban a play like the tush push because one team was so good at it? And honestly, the efficacy of it's gone down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm an offensive lineman and now they're going to try to say you can't push your offensive player down. Mm-hmm. If there's a scrum at the 2-yard line where they're saying, you're going to tell me I can't run in and push a guy. Mm-hmm. I think it's the biggest bullshit on earth.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you there. I mean, I think the play should stay. If you find something in the game of football that you're better at than other people, so be it.
No doubt.
So be it. I think my hot take, and like I mean this with no disrespect, okay? No disrespect. It's a very lighthearted comment. Yeah. But offensive coordinators / head coaches are getting really stupid. They're getting really...
You got to give me a little bit of...
They're getting really stupid because how many games have we seen this year where it's like, if you had just kicked a goddamn field goal, then the score, the whole outcome of this game would be totally different right now. You lose by 2 points, and there were 3 times where Ben Johnson went for it on 4th down in the first quarter. It's like, if you just take the point, Sean Payton, AFC Championship game, 4th and 1, you're playing much better than the Patriots. My team, you're playing much better. If you just take that one field goal, that's the difference in the outcome of the game. Everybody wants to go for it on 4th down as soon as you cross the 25-yard line. And I'm talking about your own. Yeah. It used to be if it was 4th and 1 from you're in fringe field goal range, you punt it. What happened to the field position game? That's a huge part in the strategy of football. This is chess, not checkers. Field position. Somebody that does a great job of that in the college game, Kirby Smart. Every time he plays the field position game. Yeah. And then I would even say a step above that, we've seen so much mismanagement of situational football. Like, Mitch, tell me, how many times have we sat and watched games at the end and we're like, why did you not take a timeout right there? Why did you let the clock? Why did you call that play on that down? On top of the fact of you didn't kick when you had 3 opportunities. You could have got 9 points. Instead, you got none. And you just gave the ball back to the other team 3 times, giving them more opportunities to score. Now, again, I say this with a grain of salt because the offensive minds in the national, like the guys that do this, obviously, those are some of the smartest guys in the world, right? Like I'm talking tongue in cheek when I say that they're getting dumb, but I think we're trying to make this game so hard. Yeah. When really, my running back coach from Alabama, he's an old Creole son of a gun from Louisiana, from New Orleans. He used to say all the time, this is a dumb man's game. If you play defense, it's see ball, hit ball. Yeah. If you play offense, it's hold on to the ball, get it in the end zone. If you play lineman, block, they do it in front of you. Like obviously it's advanced, but I just think that we're trying to overcomplicate it a lot, and it starts with offensive head coaches.
It's just 22 guys chasing the ball. Don't overcomplicate it.
Don't make it too hard, Mitch. Come on.
Well, I feel like there is a shift of like going from. There seems to be an inner turmoil, inner battle between having an analytics department, trusting your gut. Mm-hmm. Trying to find a way to marry.
Yeah, how do you?
I don't know, and that's why I'll never coach.
Yeah, well, think about it too, because all the times now we're hearing about these head coaches who have like all of these, like you said, analytics staffs to where they're computing the entire time, right? And Mitch, you know this just as much as I do. Like, if you're a coach, especially, like, you roll the ball out and play.
Yeah.
You go with your gut. You go out fighting on your shield. Like, whatever you do, you do. Like, we done gotten to the point where we're measuring mathematic probabilities and like, you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's get somebody's nose bloody and run the ball. You know what I mean?
Hey, throw the A gap, my friend. Hey, Case, I don't know if you felt the energy.
You know, I'm
That's why he's going to be doing this for a very long time.
I appreciate you.
At a very high level. Damien Harris, I love you, my friend. I cannot wait to see you continue to do your thing. Always have a friend to meet. Keep me in loop on the watch again because I'm super interested. I live vicariously through my friends. So if you do make a stupid decision when you're away from your wife with a watch, send me a photo.
Well, listen here, Mitch. Just so you know, my business partner who I also do some watch dealing with, he's in San Francisco right now. I'm going to just let you know that.
Listen, it's people helping people. It's a people
That's all,
business.
man. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
It's a little contact with. It's all I need. I love you, my friend.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless
I
you.
appreciate you, bro. Thank y'all so much.
There's nothing I can do about it now.